The world change for Argentina as a result of what's going to happen in Washington today?
Well, it's too soon to know yet. We have to wait the announcements of the new President Trump. So we look forward to hear that, and we think that this is too soon to know yet.
Do you think that we will see a more protectionist world?
Well, that can happen. For the statements that the new elected president made before his appointment, it is likely that we will see some movements on that direction. For Argentina, that comes from a totally closed economy. We had a very, very closed economy during the last 15 years. I think that that impact should be marginal because we are still opening up slightly our economy, so we will have to see. But definitely what we are seeing is the possibility of some movements towards a little bit more protectionist U.S.
Mr. Dujovne, Argentina was one of a number of countries that decided to go to the bond market before the inauguration. You weren't alone. Can I ask you about what your thinking was there? Why did you feel that you needed to get this in before the inauguration happened?
Well, basically, we adopted a conservative stance, as we still don't know the complete set of policies that the U.S. Is going to implement. We decided to pre-fund the year, taking advantage of the ample liquidity that still reigns in the market. So Argentina decided to complete most of its financial program that is going to be done abroad in this early part of the year. So just to be conservative.
Right, okay. You've gone 7%, 6%. Do you think we're going to see a further compression of borrowing costs for Argentina? Kind of what is the direction of travel, do you think? Because you've still got to raise some dollar-denominated debt as well.
Well, we think that Argentina will continue to compress its spreads. We are in a process of fiscal consolidation. Our reforms are gaining traction. The economy is showing early signs of recovery after all the effort that Argentina did last year towards its fiscal consolidation and with all the reforms that we passed in the Congress. So I think that there's still a lot of room for Argentina to compress its spreads and to converge to something more similar to the yields that we see in the debt issued by our neighbors.
Okay. The IMF has said this week that it expects slower growth for Argentina. Are you still sticking effectively by your projections, which are talking about the economy exiting recession? I think it's the fourth quarter you're talking about, and 3.5% growth in 2017. Are those numbers still valid?
Yes, we are pretty confident that the economy will grow in 2017, close to 3.5%. That's the figure that was included in the budget, 17% inflation, 3.5% growth, and we think that we are in track to achieve those two objectives. On the side of growth, we are seeing early signs of recovery in the labor market, with the jobs growing since the month of August, and with solid growth in job positions in September and October. On wages, the deceleration of the inflation rate is stabilizing the purchasing power of wages. And on the investment side, we have a very ambitious infrastructure program to be developed in this year, 2017, and that, coupled with the recovery in the construction in the private sector, will drive up investment. We are also going to have a lot of investment on the energy sector, in which Argentina is normalizing the prices paid to the producers and the legal framework under which the companies operate there. And on the export side, the stabilization of Brazil, our main trade partner, will help help us boost our industrial exports, and that will be coupled with, in our view, a very good agricultural harvest, which is very important in our country.
Minister Dujovne, just one final quick question. You have a personal connection with Donald Trump. Have you spoken to him since the election?
What? I didn't hear you.
Have you spoken to Donald Trump since his election?
No, I haven't.